we always start with a static ad and then we have like our messaging, we have like our concept put together, and all of that is taken in from our reviews. So using the reviews, like we have a bunch of reviews and we get them by like, hey, like if you want to maybe get some free product, like there's a giveaway, like make a review and then I will choose like one or two people who will get some free product and then it'll be like a giveaway. So that's how we get reviews, people to make reviews. And then we use those reviews and we use the language that is in the reviews and then we create a static ad. And then it's very simple. You just take like a headline of what someone said and then we just condense it into maybe like 7 to 10, like under 7 words. And then we just put in quotes like whatever that person said plus 5 stars. And then we add like a couple of like bullets of like objections that they might have. And all of this is based on the reviews. So we have this ad where it's like basically a headline of the quote that someone said plus 5 stars, which is social proof. And then like 3 mini bullet points where it's like if that would address the objections. And then how it would look from like when someone views the ad is they look in the ad and they'd see essentially the quote, which is a hook. And we would use that. And then hopefully that would resonate with them. And if it does resonate with them, it's like, oh, this is interesting. What is this about? They would go read into the smaller bullet points where it's like, for example, it only takes 45 minutes to do, and then zero artistic skills. And then there's like no mess, no baking, for example. Like these all kind of hit on the objections that someone might have, like, oh, is this going to take long? Oh, is this going to be messy? Oh, is this, do I need to be super artistic to do this? Like those are like 3 objections plus like the quote. And I think the big thing about this is that we can test messaging extremely fast. So once you have the messaging down, let's say like you have an ad and you know like, hey, this quote really works really, really well. Then you kind of convert that into a video. So the way that you are making the quote, you see the quote here, it's like, okay, this quote did really well. Then it's like, how do we like transform that into like a hook in the script? So for example, it's like, oh, and like, let's say this quote that's like, she thought it was like the best day ever in quotes and then 5 stars, you know? And then in our video script, for example, we'd be like, oh yeah, like POV, this is like my girlfriend had the best day ever. And then we can go like make a video off of that. But we don't even go into like doing a voiceover or anything. The next step number 2, after we make like a literal static image, is we move it into a montage, sort of like music with background and the text on top with like moving, like basically we're reusing clips that we've already filmed in the past. And then we're converting this like carousel format into like a video format, but it's more like dynamic. It's more, it's more alive than just
Yeah.
like a picture. We basically upgrade it. And it's like, hey, like here's a video format. And this video format, it takes a little bit of effort, but less effort, like more effort than the picture, but like
Yeah.
less effort than like actually recording something and like making new content. So we do that as like step number 2. It's like, okay, let's make like this new content. And if that works, then we go like, okay, let's like make like an actual script. Let's record a voiceover. Let's film some new content. And then we make content towards like a voiceover. So hopefully this kind of explains things. It's like, we don't really invest time until we've proven that it's worked in kind of a low risk sort of way. And risk as in like time, because time is like essentially what's the most valuable thing that you have as like an entrepreneur. And we've come across a lot of situations where we spent a lot of resources and time making like these like full like production videos. We have voiceovers, we have lots of animations, we have like a bunch of things in our ad. We're like, okay, like hopefully this works really, really well. And then we put it out there and we're like, okay, it flops. But like we spent essentially like a whole week making 5 of these videos and nothing came out of it. So it's it was like hard for us, very demoralizing, and like it's just felt like we were banging our head against the wall. I think after I learned about like this format where it's like, hey, let's test content cheaply, and
Yeah.
then once we've proven that like, hey, it works cheaply, let's like move it up the ladder, the production ladder, and start adding more like production value that like we know will perform better, but we've also confirmed that the messaging works.